Kate, you already know the drill. You know the drill. Testing one, two, three. Sorry, I was a little distracted. I had X open on another screen over here. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you, Jari. How you doing? You getting ready for Christmas? Pipers, how are you? Yeah, having a great night. Finished getting the lights up, put up the little Santa riding a dinosaur, the trees up, some gifts, stockings up. I still have to wrap all my stuff. Yep, it's looking like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. What are you guys up to? What are you working with? Jari, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I hate soul suckers. Waiting another Hunter's Widow weekend out. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's kind of how I feel right now, Pipers. I was like, I don't have anything really to talk about, but sometimes it's good to just go live for you guys, people who support my channel. Never know. Maybe they're as bored as I am. Maybe they just want a place where they can chat, maybe pass out. Jari, I was watching a video that claimed Jesus was an alien. Well, I mean, technically, isn't he? I guess extraterrestrial. He's not like an alien in the traditional sense. Little legs, big gray forehead, black eyes. What's up, Moon Shadow? Watching AI conspiracies, end of the world in 10 years, laughing. I feel like it's the end of the world in 10 years, like 20 years ago. But I mean, right now, it really does feel like it. Consciousness. I don't think so. I think he could be. But then again, what do I know? trying to grasp. You know what I mean? Like, think about the ego on people, like humans. I wonder what God was thinking. Here, let me go ahead and interpret that. Did you follow Brian Walsh trial at all? Honestly, I got distracted on day 6. I went down some Delphi rabbit holes. Bored and was watching recap of week 2 Walsh trial. Yeah, so you're just a little bit further than me, Katie. Welcome in. I don't think so. Just what I was watching. You guys keeping up with the pipe bomb story? I think it was what, January 5th? Somebody planted at the Republican and Democrat headquarters. I was going to cover it on my channel, but then I was just like, actually starting to stay away from the political stuff. Jari's asking, was he found guilty? No verdict yet. No verdict yet as of the latest update. Uh, yeah. So nothing yet. So still pending. I know that he didn't bring up one witness. Like, what the hell? That's like Richard Allen, right? Moon Shadow. Yep. Stay unpolitical, safer, and it's useless talk and dividing. Stay in crime genre. I mean, I just like to talk about whatever I want. Sometimes it spills over. If it does, whatever. If I'm feeling political, you'll see me talking about political stuff. If I'm trying to stay away from it, oh, you won't see it. And honestly, a lot of times, a lot of this political shit spills over into the crime genre. Anything new with Richard Allen? Nope. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching. Um, I'm wondering if at some point they're going to transfer him. Like, I don't know what's going on. Is he going to have a chance to sit down with his attorneys? Are they going to make anything public? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of lost on it. So when the prosecution finished their case, which I'm sure they were expecting a rebuttal case to complete their whole picture, so the defense was like, "F it, they've proved a case full of holes, or provide a case full of holes." I don't know. It's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like to just be like, "Well, there's no body, and I made a bad decision. I'm a psychopath. I cut up my wife, but I didn't kill her. I just panicked. I tried to avoid what you're doing to me right now." Like that's bold. You never know. What if a couple members of the jury are just like, "Yeah, I mean, he's right. There is no body." The good old gaslight. I wonder if Kathy has moved to Oklahoma. I don't know. Curious about that. I wonder what she's up to. Is he RA still in Oklahoma? Last I checked, a month ago. He needs to just admit it and be done. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Maybe after the whole appeal process, maybe he will kind of give somebody an exclusive and maybe talk a little bit. Um, I don't know if there is a law. Is there a law, right, against him profiting? I don't know if it's a federal law. Maybe it's just some states, but I know there's laws against people like him profiting. But if he's able to, it'd be a good way for him to do something for his family, I guess. But I don't know if he can. His lawyer should never have made him plead guilty on body chop up. He is going to get off on appeal for defective counsel. Interesting. There you go. Yep. Son of Sam laws. There's an interesting case, right? Do you guys believe in the Son of Sam cult? There was a podcast I used to follow a couple of years back that was doing a deep dive into that. Had me kind of buying into this idea of multiple perpetrators. Gotcha. Like to hear his version. Yeah, Jari, me too. Like, I wonder what Richard Allen has to say. Like, when all the games are done, when all the games are put aside. Because right now, he still has kind of motivation to play the game, just like all of the attorneys that were involved, right? You don't lose a case and then go, yeah, fuck yeah, they're right. Rick was guilty as shit. That's just not professional. It's not good business either. So, Son of Sam Colt. Let's see. So I think Jody Harris profited and so did Gypsy Rose. Well, Gypsy Rose, she's free now. I mean, she's free to make money however, but I don't know when she's locked up. Maybe there's a loophole. Jar, you think? What's up, Anthony? He will say free free Ricky. You know what? That would be more than he's ever said publicly, right? Free Ricky. He'll say, "We're all Richard Allen. You are all me." Is what he'll say. You are all me. About to go buy a pack of cigarettes because of your screensaver. Well, that's a wacky tobacco cigarette. Salute to be blowing the ganja man. It makes him feel real irie. The Kali. Well, I guess all you Midwesterners, it's not even Friday anymore. So, good morning. I'm just kind of scrolling through X right now. Alex Jones calling Tim Walls tampon Tim. I think that's because he wanted tampons in in the men's bathroom. That is interesting. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? It's like crazy to think about. I'm one of the weirdos that smoking doesn't have an impact, but the liquid gummies is the only THC that works. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Edibles, oh man. I used to have a medical card before it was legalized here in Arizona. Oh man. Oh, they used to have these chocolate bars. Oh, jeez. Crazy. I got a story about that one. There's an interview with David Berkowitz. Yeah, there's a couple of them. That dude creeps me out. And he's just like Richard Allen. He's like, oh, I'm saved. He's always carrying around a Bible. It's all a fucking act. Waiting for the day she files for divorce. For divorce, it's coming. Anthony, you think she's gonna divorce him? I noticed that what the hell's his name? Crime Night. Looks like he's back on YouTube. I think his name is it's under a channel called Book of Evil. Like you ain't fooling nobody, buddy. What's going on, sees through? What up? What up? Mary. We got sees through and Mary. Happy Friday, Saturday morning, whatever. Jari says, I think she will divorce him eventually. I don't know. Maybe. Rex Heuermann's wife divorced him not because she didn't believe him or didn't love him, but I think she did it strategically. There will be a divorce right after the appeal is denied, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe he'll talk after all that, right? He's still motivated to play this game. So if he was malingering or feigning all these symptoms, which often they do, right? It's all manipulation. Once the appeal's over, maybe he'll be like, "Yeah, I was faking it." Laugh my ass off. I have a great story with my hubby taking a gummy, thought he was dying, said pigs and horses were flying, made me call an ambulance. They all got a kick out of it too. No, honestly, I could have swore I hallucinated also. So I think edibles can make you hallucinate. So much crap. It's like crap after crap. The AI videos too kind of be tripping me out. They're getting out of hand a little bit. Like they look real, but then at the same time, there's like something off. It's like some kind of weird fever dream or something. Anthony says lawyers manipulated Kathy. She will see the light. I'm willing, I think she was playing a part. I'm still not quite sure how much she knew. Right. She was kind of whispering to him, like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You told me you didn't go out on the bridge. I'm sorry." And then he just kind of stops talking. He's like, "I love you." Basically, like saying, "Oh, damn, we're fucked." That's the way I kind of interpreted it. But that's just me. Delta 8. What the hell is that? Had me wrapped around a light pulled to hold me to the ground. Hate the S. So a few YouTubers who fell off the face of the earth trying to reappear. Like who? Call them out. I hate the AI. You can't believe anything anymore. Well, that's what this guy did. What's his name? Joe Lewis? He came back and like created this character just completely AI, thinking like nobody would notice. But slowly, right? It's the same fucking propaganda and weird rhetoric and angry, right? That fucking it's just so angry. Yeah, like they discussed it beforehand. Like who? Send me the link or type in their YouTube name. Their at name. See, is at Piper's Dream One. Type that in the comments, and then I'll put it in YouTube, and it should pull them up. Sees through says, I always believed she knew until I saw her in the room with him. I believed at that moment that she knew he was guilty. Yeah, it's like I don't, it's hard. It's like I don't know how to read it. I can see it kind of both ways, so I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see if maybe Kathy has something to say after the appeal, because it's kind of finalized at that point for the most part. I hate soul suckers. Delta 8 is artificial THC and it was light pole. Yeah, I gotcha. Artificial THC. Yeah, don't mess with that stuff, you guys. Yeah, stay away from that shit. That synthetic stuff, man. Katie says yes. I think Kathy would have covered if she had known he was on the bridge. Hey, that's a really good point. Yeah, because if she knew everything and he told her, yeah, he would definitely just kind of tell her what happened. Like, yeah, I was on the bridge. That's me. Like, look, they got a photo of me. She's like, all right, let's get our story straight. Yeah, she wanna. That was authentic. Her kind of reacting the way that she did. Like, I'm sorry. You didn't tell me you were on the bridge. He's like, oh, I love you, baby. He's like, oh, we're screwed. Unless there's a reason for him to like keep that part out. Like maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be nice of her to give like a hardball interview. She's a victim too, but she's definitely holding something back. Maybe. I think it's the Tony Klein stuff. The sources that I've developed, which are two, and they're related to Kathy directly, one by blood, one by marriage. They're the ones that told me that she was friends with Tony Klein. She was a sophomore, he was a senior. And when you hear Vito talk about how Kagan Klein and Richard Allen lived in the same neighborhood, it was right there near 2nd Street. And that's what both my sources, who are not connected to each other, or they are connected to each other, but they don't know that I'm communicating with them. Completely separate conversations. That's why before the information was ever released, I knew that Rick had been in Peru and at his mother's house. Remember, I put it in a video before that was ever public. They were the ones that told me that. Remember, he said, I think my mom had surgery or something. And I told you guys that he went there to help, take care of his mom. So that just proves that they're reliable. That's proof. So they said 2nd Street is the key to everything. And then later on, we even had Kathy come forward in her deposition saying that she went back and forth to schools. She went to Peru and then she went to Miami. And I think Rick may have also. I'm not sure, but I know she did. So she would have been over there with Tony and then back over there with Rick and then finishing up, I think, with Rick. Have to go back to her deposition to know exactly what she said. Sorry, Sleuth. What you said, type what? Uh, I don't know. I can't remember. Sees through. Rick was priming her to say, I know you never did this, but she never said it. The only time she agreed with him was when he said he cared what people think of him. Yeah, I always found that very strange. You know, I care what people think about me. And then he kind of put on like this puppy dog act. It was really weird. What do they call that? Third party discomfort? Third degree. Then he says, get a lawyer, but never ask for one. He wanted to hear more of what they had on him. Absolutely. Because at that point, Holman was already kind of yelling at him. He's like, no, there's no way. But really, he's just trying to see, like, what else you got. He's like, that's it. And he kept telling Kathy, like, kept bringing up scheming. And I believe that's what was really going on, fucking scheming. Does anybody remember the voicemail that was put out, then taken down? It was Rick's mom to Rick saying she was worried about him, supposedly from the 13th after he left her house. I forgot who had it. No, it wasn't a voicemail sees through. It was the murder sheet. It's in their book. Something about him calling his mom and saying they're going to try to pin it on him. They're going to find his cigarette and they're going to pin the crime on him. That's probably why she didn't testify. Oh, you actually heard the actual voicemail? Damn. Where'd you hear that at? I would be interested to hear that. Nothing but craziness on X. Shenanigans or death or politics. That's all they have. And celebrities. Let's check on the poll here. 13 votes, 77% of you are Sleuth Crew. What up? Shout out to you. 14%, you blocked me. I'm hate watching. Ha! 7% are lurking and smirking. Well, shout out to everybody watching. Even the ones who are hate watching. It'll be okay, I promise. Maybe one day we'll let you back. Right now you're on the naughty list. But I do agree that it's probably why his ma'am or his wife wasn't put on the stand. Hell, Kathy's interview at Verizon never helped him. No, not at all. It's hard for him. Like, imagine you're like trying to hide from police and you're like trying to beat a murder conviction, and your wife's like, yeah, and he was like freaking out this one day. He put a gun in his mouth. Like, damn it. Damn it, woman. Trying to get me put on death row. Sleuth of the earth. Sleuth of a Verther. What'd you call me? What'd you say about my mama?
Bells will be ringing, the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friend to wish me greeting once again. We'll be singing Silent Night, Christmas carol by candlelight.
That's a good one. Christmas Eve with Sleuth. What are you going to bring me as a gift? YouTube Pipers. We're gonna close it down right now anyway. Don't lie either. Those of you who are voting on the new poll, you better tell the truth. You're gonna find out. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Oh shit, 36%. Have a good night, Piper. Now let's see. I wish I was on the naughty list. I'm too boring to be on that list. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Batman smells. Robin laid an egg. I admitted I was getting coal this year. So that's you who voted. You're part of the 36%. You're going to get coal in your stocking. That's too bad. There's always next year. What about your New Year's resolution? I think I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds. Just eat healthier. I was trying to remember what those lyrics were. The Batmobile lost its will and the Joker got away. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells. If I don't get a puppy for Christmas, I'll earn coal for Christmas. Ooh, so if you don't get a puppy, there's going to be hell to pay. Damn, 30%, 36% of you are on the naughty list. Horrible. All right, let's see whose tree is up. And don't lie. Santa will know if you're lying. There's a reason I've been growing my beard out. Nothing good happens after midnight. Why are we on the naughty list? It's a good question. And that's true. Nothing good does happen after midnight. That's fucking true. It's probably the truest thing you've ever said. Truest thing I've ever heard. Always agreed with that. All right, go vote on the poll. Is your tree up? Yeah, I put up a shit ton of lights today and a projector. We went all out. Fucking National Lampoons. Jari, bah humbug. What the? We got a Ebenezer Scrooge over here. Says, yep, I lost my big man in. Who's that? Sorry to hear. He's still here letting me know and has pushed his bowl off the table we had it sitting on. That tells me he's okay. Someone else eats from it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Anthony, is it a ghost? Speaking of ghosts, I'm about to play something right now.
You had a bad day. Let me tell you a little bit about my day. I got fired. My wife left me. She took a little baby dog with her. I call my after that because ow! Oh, it's you, creep. God, aren't you supposed to be in the studio? Back up. And me. Is this straight? May I?
Where do you go, Anthony? That movie was ahead of its time. All right, 70% of you say their tree is up. 30% say no. All right, guys. Sorry it wasn't anything exciting. Hopefully, you enjoy the rest of your night. But I'm going to go lay down, maybe watch a movie, see if there's some ice cream, maybe. You know, it's going to be my New Year's resolution. So, got to fatten up, before all the salads come in. But you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again real soon. Peace.